I wish I had some theme music or something, to get me started. So like, bow, 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 bow. It's time to fucking talk about the Niners and everybody's having a good time. Fuck, that wasn't very good. What's going on, everybody? It's Niners Notion with your boy fucking Krang. So we're going to get right into it. The Niners are playing Tampa Bay this week, which is really exciting. Jameis Winston is their quarterback. I mean, let's just be honest. He's hot garbage. He throws the ball to the other team pretty much all the time. Some of the most ridiculous plays I've ever seen a quarterback make are made by Jameis Winston. He also did that thing where he tried to pump up his team by suggesting that they eat his hand while it was in the form of a W. I don't know what the fuck that meant, but I know it didn't get anybody pumped up, and I'm pretty sure they had a losing record that season. Fact checker? Mike Evans is a grown man. I think he's 6'5", 230 or 240. He's a huge receiver. And he goes up and he high points the ball. So we're definitely going to have some issues with Mike Evans. But I will say that our cornerbacks are actually uniquely suited to play like larger physical receivers. Mainly Richard Sherman, who's 6'3", and 210, 220, something like that. That guy he's enormous. And so he's going to be real good playing physical with Mike Evans. Akello Witherspoon, I'm going to have to see it. I've seen it in the preseason. It looks like he's a little bit better. He was great that first year that we had him out there on the corners. Overall, our secondary is going to look improved. And the main reason for that is going to be because of our pass rush. I think that's the key to the Buccaneers game is let's see what happens when we get D Ford coming screaming off the edge, screaming at him. Thank you, sir. And, he's a speed rusher. He's all about closing the distance to the offensive tackle, dropping his shoulder, and bending the hips and getting around the edge.
Smoke weed every day.
Someone else that we're looking forward to seeing play against the Buccaneers is Nicholas Bosa. Now, Nick Bosa's, I don't know, a bit of a kid, Everybody's saying that he's an alt-righter because of some tweets that they say that he liked. And fair enough. I mean, feel however you're going to feel about the guy. I'm just saying, he's a kid. I hope he's not a racist. I don't know the guy, but nor do you. So shut the fuck up. That's what I say about that. So yeah, Nick Bosa. I'm going to talk about him in terms of football. How about that? He is also a grown man. His brother Joey Bosa is a perfect comparison for what Nick Bosa can do. They're technicians. They cut a man in half is what I hear people saying on podcasts. They say he cuts a man in half. I don't think he actually severs a man's body. He doesn't bisect a man. That's not what he does. Is bisect a word?
I don't think so.
All right. I think it is. Nick Bosa, D Ford, DeForest Buckner. There's a bunch of other guys as well, but those are going to be the real kind of dominant pass rushers. And the Tampa Bay Bucs have a garbage offensive line. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens when you take Jameis Winston, who makes ridiculous plays, and you make it an issue for him. He can't step up in the pocket because he's got DeForest Buckner there. He has to escape because either D Ford's breaking off the edge or Joey Bosa is just pushing his tackle back into him. I'm excited to see what happens, and I think the best part about that might be that the secondary looks better because they get a ton of interceptions. Maybe we take one to the house. Let's build some confidence. So I'm excited to see what happens. Since we're talking about the Niners' defense, I want to talk about the Hot Boys. Hot Boys. What? I'm talking about the Hot Boys. We got Quan Alexander. We got Fred Warner. And maybe you could put Dre Greenlaw into that conversation. Maybe not yet. But Quan Alexander and Fred Warner look like some motherfucking savages. And they call themselves the Hot Boys, and they get very excited when they make tackles on running backs. And that's what I want. I want the Niners to have a bunch of position groups that have fucking nicknames. You know, like the Legion of Boom, right? That's where Richard Sherman, he came from Seattle. They were called the Legion of Boom because they're all fucking 6'3" and they fucking just smash receivers. I'm stoked that the Niners linebackers are starting their own position gang, you know, the Hot Boys. And so yeah, man, they're throwing gang signs. It's like, was it Hot Boy? No, I don't know. Right now we're answering questions from 49ers Reddit is where we posted this video. And most people had, I just want to say thank you so much. First and foremost, I didn't know Chaz was going to post this. And so when he did, and then I saw how much people liked it, that was very exciting for me. So that's why we're doing another one for you. But Chaz is talking about one where someone had some criticism for what I had said, saying they definitely didn't agree that we were stacking talent. I think that, or stacking talent the way that we did back in 2011, maybe I didn't make it clear enough. I just meant that we were stacking talent, and we should have been getting better gradually back before 2011 because we had added all of these key pieces. But because we had stuff that was holding us back, you didn't see like the fruits of that talent, what that talent could produce, until we got Harbaugh. We added a couple other pieces, and then it felt like everything tipped over, and all of this talent that we had accumulated really shined. You know, it was like a tipping point. I feel like that's what I was talking about. I don't think our talent compares to what we had in 2011, but I think the process of stacking and then getting to a point where everyone gets healthy, and you're like, where was all this talent? It was always we spent 3 years acquiring all these free agents and draft picks, and now if everybody can get healthy, I think we might have kind of that tipping point where the 49ers make the playoffs and are kind of the dark horse and maybe make some noise. So we'll see what happens. But I definitely appreciate the comment and the way that you framed what I was saying. I think you're definitely right. We're definitely not at the same level as we were in 2011. But yeah, thank you for participating. Anything else? Any other ones?
That is it.
That's all that we're going to do? Okay, well, so that brings me to the end of this, where we should probably talk about what we want from you. Since we're going to post this, we know where we're going to post this. For now, it's going to be on Reddit. 49er Faithful, if you guys are excited about the season, you're excited about Tampa fucking Bay, let me know about it, okay? Are you going to be able to fix, like, when you're going to edit this?
Yeah.
Okay, tight.